I feel like I'm doing a lot of caregiving these days. I'm a mom to 3 daughters. I'm a daughter to my 92-year-old dad. And I have 4 grandchildren that I help take care of, all of whom are under the age of 4.
I have a son, Andrew, who is 27. He was born with a rare genetic chromosomal abnormality, and he requires full-time care.
We've been married 35 years now, and I had already retired. Jim was looking toward retirement, and then all of a sudden, February a year ago, he had a stroke.
My husband Bill and I got married in 1995. He moved out here from Rhode Island to be with me. And about 5 years later, he started having pretty significant issues with his short-term memory.
My husband Jim started showing signs of dementia about 8 or 9 years ago.
My mother-in-law came to live with us. She has a history of mental illness, and she needed to be with us.
He was only about 52 at the time, so he was diagnosed with what's called younger onset Alzheimer's.
Things just changed, and she needed something more than what she could do at home anymore.
Many times the calls that come to the Seniors Resource Center are from the caregiver, and they are desperately looking for help.
I don't think people understand what's involved in being a caregiver.
Andrew's care is a full-time job. It's constant care.
She didn't like being alone, and so that made it difficult for us.
More than once, I got a call from a neighbor that they had found Bill wandering in the neighborhood, out on the sidewalk, very upset, and unable to find his way home. He wasn't sure which house was his.
When caregivers come to the Seniors Resource Center, they're desperate. They're at their wits' end, and we provide the safety net.
It's exhausting, it's overwhelming, and I consider myself an aging parent. I just turned 60, and I don't do things like I did when I was 20.
We give them the opportunity to have services so that they no longer feel the day in and day out stress of caring for their family member.
The fact that they know that they can contact the Seniors Resource Center and get the assistance they need is incredibly reassuring to that individual.
I've been a care provider for 27 years, and there is no manual.
After caring for her for a number of years, I was exhausted, and I needed to find a place to help me out.
The Seniors Resource Center can provide a solution at a very hopeless time for a caregiver.
When we first brought Bill to the Senior Resource Center, it was 1 or 2 days a week, and I knew that he'd be safe and well cared for. When I would pick him up, he seemed happy, and he was often tired, which is also good, that we'd get home and he would be relaxed.
Having him at the Senior Resource Center, it keeps him mentally alert.
Before he was recently placed in a nursing home, it was 3 to 4 days a week. And it just gave me such a sense of comfort at work to know that he truly was happy here and well treated.
After Mom started and got used to the Senior Resource Center, she blossomed, and she became social.
So we started with 1 or 2 days to see how this would work. Would he be comfortable? Would I be comfortable?
I know when I bring him to Senior Resource Center, he is cared for, he is safe, everything's secure, I don't have to worry about him. He's happy.
She loves to talk now. She used to not talk at all, but she loves to talk to people.
He has friends. They're like a big family. They come in, they hug each other, high-five each other, they have little jokes with each other, and yet it gives me a break. It gives me a chance to do the bills without having him around, to do the laundry, which is every other day, to go grocery shopping, sometimes to take a nap.
They all know her, and when she comes in the door, she yells, "Hi!"
I mean, they are such a family. The aides not only help him, they help me. You know, they make sure I'm okay emotionally for the day. This is stable. This is wonderful. I don't want it to ever end.
If the Senior Resource Center wasn't here, if it shut down today, I would become depressed.
I definitely cannot imagine what life would be like without the Yellow House. If he wasn't here, he would have to be in a nursing home.
I think having Senior Resource Center in our community has really allowed me to keep Bill at home as long as possible.
I am so grateful for the Senior Resource Center. Life would be horrible if we didn't have it right now, because I wouldn't want to put him in a nursing home. We've been married 50 years and I'm not ready to let him go yet.
I think for families like mine, our goal is to keep our loved ones close and not have to place them until it's absolutely necessary. Senior Resource Center has allowed certainly Bill and I to stay together longer in our home.
It's a hard disease. I know it's a hard disease. It's got to be horrible for him.
Alzheimer's disease steals so much of the person that you knew and you loved, but that person is still there. And not having to put them in a nursing home or a facility for as long as you can means that you still get to share things, special occasions, even some of the simple day-to-day things, a cup of coffee in the morning, a dog walk.
I mean, I don't mind changing pants and washing clothes, but I just want him with me.
I think for families like mine, there is a sense of being overwhelmed. You're doing the best you can. Sometimes it's just not enough. And having a place like Senior Resource Center can really make the difference in being able to spend that quality time with a loved one, and not having to be in that stressed place, in that place of panic and overwhelmed, and I have to do all these other things, but really what I want to do is just spend time with that person I love.